To spool up with your new line, take the end of the line and pass it down through one or two of the runners or eyelets on the rod. You don't need to go through them all. In fact, for this job, you only need the bottom half of your rod. Then you'll need to tie the line firmly to the core of the spool, but before you do, remember to open the bail arm. I'm using a big reel and some thick cord here to show you. Wrap the end of the line around the spool a couple of times and then tie a good strong knot. Something like a uni knot is perfect. Trim the knot, leaving a little tag end, and you can start winding line on. To actually spool up, it's really good to have a mate who can help you. You can do it on your own, but it's a little bit fiddly. The other thing that you'll need is an axle of some sort to go through the hole in the middle of the spool. The handle on this wooden spoon is going to work just fine. Oh, and one other thing you'll need is something like a tea towel or a pair of oven mitts or some gloves to protect your helper's hand from friction burns. Now, head outside or into a nice big open room and we'll start spooling up. Your mate holds the spool on its axle, our spoon handle, while you wind line onto the reel. The line needs to go on under a bit of tension, which is why your helper should push on the ends of the spool with that tea towel. It's also really important that you squeeze the line between your finger and thumb up ahead of the reel. This also helps tension the line. That'll stop any loose loops and reduce tangles later. Swap jobs if you get tired, but keep going until there's enough line on the reel or you've wound it all on. So, how do you know when there's enough line on the reel? Some manufacturers tell you how much line the reel should hold, and a few even etch little marks on the spool to guide you, but in most cases you'll need to decide for yourself. This isn't enough line, and it'll make it much harder to cast a reasonable distance. This is too much line. The line will easily spill off the spool and it might even tangle up. This is exactly the right amount of line, although if you're using braided line, you should put a little bit less on. Well, there you go. Your rod's on your reel and it's full of fresh new line.